So we're going to work on a little stretch routine, roughly about 10 minutes. These are really good to use at the end of one of your workouts. So we're going to start, we probably would have been on the floor at the end of our workout, so we're going to start in that sideline position. Just taking hold of your pillow, cushion or towel. Just let those knees go soft. We're going to start to circle that top arm around, opening all the way up as we reach that arm up and round behind us. Circle over your head, reach and circle all the way round. Good. Just keep those circles flowing for a moment before we just hold out into that stretch. Lovely. Time to let the breath just settle. Easy breathing. Now we're going to hold the next one open. So wherever that arm lands, if it's here or if you can take it all the way back, you'll feel that lovely opening across the stretch, across the chest even, across the shoulders, opening up that chest and a little twist in the top of the spine. Just holding a little bit longer there. And breathe, letting the body settle and relax. Don't force any stretches, don't move into strain or pain. Should just be a nice, easy to moderate feeling of stretch. Lovely, and bring that hand back round. Now just move both knees back in line with your body. So when you look down, those knees and those thighs are in line with your body. Take that top foot, just draw that heel in towards your bottom. And now pop both knees together and push the front of the hips forward towards the front of the room, just to get that nice stretch through the front of that top leg. And then if you want a little bit more, just tilt your tailbone down towards your feet. Keep pushing those hips forward. Don't have a lot of pressure in this top arm, it's just there to guide that foot to that bottom. And then relax, find that stretch and just ease into it. Lovely. And then you can either just switch sides or roll to the other side. We'll come to lying on the other side, wherever you are. And we'll just start to circle, soften the knees, circle that top arm round. You'll feel a nice little stretch across the chest, across the shoulder, maybe into the top of the back, because you're coming into a slight little twist as you rotate round. Lovely, just a couple more before we hold. Breath nice and steady. And hold the next one. So twist as far as your body's happy to take you. If you're here, that's fine. If you're here, just hold, try and release, try and mount into that stretch. Feel it across the chest, across the shoulder, maybe into the top of the back. Lovely, come forward. Push those knees back in line with your body, take your top foot. Bring that heel in towards your bottom. Make sure those knees are together. Push the hips forward. And if you want to, just tilt that tailbone down. Feel that nice stretch in the front of this thigh at the top. Lovely. And enjoy it. Don't force it. These muscles get really tight often in our Pilates workouts, hip flexors. We can sometimes end up using a little bit into the front of the thighs and the front of the hips as we're working quite hard, especially through the tummies. It's a really good muscle group to stretch out. When these muscles are really tight, they can cause problems around the knees. Good, holding a little bit longer. Good. Then we're going to take a full shell stretch. So come round onto your tummy, drop your bottom back towards your heels. Let the arms go out long, but if you need to, just soften the elbows if it's too much pressure on the shoulders. So have those arms stretched out as far as feels comfortable. So you might be stretched out here, or you might just be soft into the elbows. Wherever you are, drop your forehead into the mat, drop your chest onto your thighs and drop your bottom towards your heels. And just sink and hold. Breathe into the back of that rib cage, just holding a moment longer. Now stretch those hands out and walk them to the left side of your mat. So you're going to feel a little bit more of a pull up the right side of your body, and just hold there for a moment. Try and keep your hips, your legs fairly grounded down towards your heels, chest on your thighs, and just reach to that left side, left corner of your mat and hold. And now walk those fingers back to centre. Now walk them over to the right side of your mat. And you'll feel that nice little pull up the left side of your body. Let your forehead melt down, let your chest melt down, let your hips melt down. Let your bottom sink to those heels. Holding a moment longer, keeping that breath nice and settled. And then walk those hands back to centre. Come up onto your all fours now, and we're going to come into some cat-cows and thread needle, just holding those positions. So tuck that tailbone under. We're going to hold into this cat position. So push up towards the ceiling. Push the mat away with your hands and your knees. Curl that tailbone right under. Hold in this position. If it feels good, let the head drop. Let the chin travel towards your chest. Push the spine to the top of the room. Push that spine into the ceiling. Draw your belly in. Curl a little bit more. Pull that tailbone down towards the floor. Holding a little bit longer. And then release all the way back down. Now tip that tailbone up towards the ceiling. So piece of string, pulling that up. Dip that lower back. Create that nice arch, that nice extension. If it feels good, lift the chin. Otherwise, stay looking forward. Holding in this position. Lovely, and release. We're going to take one thread needle hold each side. So start with a twist and a reach up towards the ceiling. Keep the hips high, bend through the other elbow, drop through and drop down and hold. So you're aiming to get the back of the shoulder, back of the arm to the floor, back of the head, side of the face, any of those areas that want to just melt down into the floor. Keep the hips nice and high. So obviously you might just be here, that's fine. Just hold into the stretch wherever you are. No strain, no pain, just releasing and easing up the body. Lovely, come back to centre. We're going to reach the other side. And thread. So drop, bend that elbow. Wherever you land, hips high, into that twist. Trying to get the shoulder, the arm, the face, the head down to the mat. Looking obviously over that bent elbow. Lovely. So you might be here, or you might be here. Wherever you are is fine. Just try and enjoy that twist. And keep that breath flowing. Holding a little bit longer. And release. Lovely. So we're going to come into a pigeon now, and we're all going to be in very different positions here. So first of all, just slide your left leg back a little bit. Bring your right knee up towards your right hand. Now for some of us this will be enough, and we're going to drop down into that pigeon, feeling a bit of a stretch in this leg. If that's not enough for you, you're going to travel your left foot up towards your left hand. So now you're at a bit of a right angle. So wherever you are, because you need to be careful of your knees in this position, you're going to just drop down into that pigeon. If this is enough, just hold here if you feel a stretch. For those of us who want more, we're going to drop down onto the arms and just melt forward over that front leg. If this is really too much for anyone, even in this position with the foot back towards the knee, then drop into your reclined pigeon. So lying on the floor and the leg here, working on pushing that leg away. If you know that your knees aren't going to tolerate that normal pigeon position. So wherever you are, just hold. Getting a nice stretch around the buttock and the thigh on this leg. Holding a little bit longer. slide that back leg in, pop that other leg down, slide the right leg away, push the left knee up towards your left hand, slide that foot as high up as it wants to go towards that hand, so you might be here, and then drop down into that pigeon to get a nice stretch. If you need to, this foot can be all the way up by this hand. Wherever you are, you're either dropping down over that leg. Make sure you don't shift your weight right off to the side. You want to be nice and central, right directly over that leg. If anything, a little bit more over that foot. Lovely. Or you're already into that recline pigeon here, working at pushing that leg away with that leg crossed over. So wherever you are, just hold a little bit longer. Lovely, and release. So draw that right leg back in, pop the other leg back down. We're going to roll up now. Drop the heels down. Start to roll up through the body. We're going to hold in that forward fold. So uncurl, just come to that forward fold position. Now just take the hands towards the floor, let the head hang heavy. We're going to walk our hands round to the outside of one foot. Take hold of that ankle and just hold and release there. So hold on to one outside ankle, into that slight little twist. Just feel that stretch up the back of the legs, maybe into the sides of the body. Holding a little bit longer. And then walk those hands round to the other side. Holding there. Lovely. Your hands can be on the floor or just holding gently onto the ankle. Walk those hands back to centre. Now I just want you to step one leg behind you, ground the heel into the floor, keep this leg nice and bent. So you're feeling a nice stretch up the back of this leg here. Down into the lower leg as well, just holding a little bit longer there. Let that breath nice and easy, settling down, and take that one back and take the other foot behind. Good, just holding there, feeling that nice release on this leg. Make sure the heel is grounded into the floor or the mat. Let your head just hang heavy. And release. We're going to roll up. So drop the tailbone. Start to stack that spine back up. Rolling through. Piece by piece. We're just going to give the neck a little stretch just to finish. So take one side of the head. Just drop down, make sure this shoulder is nice and low, holding there, releasing those little muscles all through the side of the neck. And then back to centre. Let's go the other side. Holding a little bit longer, drop this shoulder, make sure you're not twisting, just come into that pure side bend for today. Don't force it, don't use too much pressure on this hand, just guiding it.